Do one.
Do the one because it'll be 11 then.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Welcome back to the George King Talks. And yes, Martin and Lisa again were being very aggressive.
Usually saying that.
To the people of the world. And yes, no, it is bordering on harassment when you just want to take a walk along the promenade. Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Right?
It's usually when you're really white and you haven't got a colour, they know you're new. Yeah, that's the ones.
You look like
a newbie.
You are
newbie.
tourist, aren't you? Yeah.
You're white. You know what I mean? You haven't got a colour. You know, you haven't been up and down the strip for the last 7 days, so they leave you alone when you've got a bit of a tan. But when you're new on the strip, they are on you.
I think what you got to do is learn the language. Like for instance, when I go to Cyprus, and they try that stuff, and it's only in certain, not in everywhere in Cyprus. There's certain places like real, like Ayanaba.
Yeah, Ayanapa.
Hold on, what? Did I say it wrong?
I say Ayanapa.
It's Ayanaba.
Ayanapa.
Yeah, anything P is pronounced with a B. So that's going to confuse your ass.
Ayanapa.
Yeah, so it's Saint Naba.
Oh, okay.
Aya. And they say Ayos. Ayos Naba. Aya Naba. Saint Annaba. Or Saint Anne. Well, anyway. And for me, I respond in Greek. And they're like,
you'd be all right. Yeah. If they said anything to you, you just go, whatever it is in Greek, and they'll be like, okay, could we wasting our time here because he's not coming for their touristy prices.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I'm not. But I mean, if I was to go to Spain, I would try and learn a few phrases, like "No, I'm okay" in Spanish.
Yeah.
The basics, please, thank you.
Yeah.
May I? Or where is? 20 cigarettes. Wherever it be. I'd have to learn. Do espía, por favor.
See, I'm off to your least favourite place. I'm off to Turkey.
Is it?
Your least favourite place, Turkey.
Yeah, well,
and the saying I say is "Teşekkür ederim."
I don't even want to hear it. It sounds horrible. Just honestly. I mean, it's because they are what they are doing to us. They hate us. You think they don't? They hate us. We're not the invaders. We're not the aggressors.
I know. But I'm just going there because it's a cheap holiday.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do. But again, it's ironic. And I didn't really want to say this, but, as you brought it up. Do you know what I mean? The money that you supply in there, they are... How can I put this? There are certain type of element there that the world does not appreciate. And a lot of the funding goes to it, It's a very rich country, even though it's classed as a third world.
Well, apparently their tourism has been really suffering this year in Turkey.
Well, you've had the, what's it called? Earthquakes, like from last year. I don't know. I mean, Turkey's a big place. So wherever they decide, I mean, there's other areas apart from the parts that have been damaged from an earthquake. But I hear it's cheap. I know it's beautiful. All the culture.
I don't think it's that cheap.
It's not anymore.
I've never. I wouldn't. I can't.
I've been on the forum where I've been 6 times, and the amount of money that stuff has gone up is quite well. Basically, it's £5 for is it FS beer? FS is it called FS?
That's the blue circle.
Yeah,
but I don't think you say the yes. Is it in French? I don't think it's Greek.
I don't know.
FS or something. Yeah, I mean, so that's quite expensive. For a cocktail, it's £7 or £8. So that's not cheap anymore. So the prices have gone
most
up.
Places you go anywhere and you're like, there's no such a thing as a cheap holiday anymore.
Yeah,
it's like because the euro and the pound is nearly equal, but they're still charging you like it was 1.5 for the euro. So their price doesn't change, but the currency is different. So they're like, oh, you want to buy this? It's like, mate, this is fucking London prices. If I want this, I could stay at home. I know you got the weather, but it's 30 degrees in London at the minute. Like I can get sunburnt walking around
The
town.
currency I'm using, I've taken. So you use Turkish lira for food and drink, but if you want to buy any goods from the shops, it's all
dollar.
English pound.
Oh, they like
everything's-
English.
They love the English pound.
Of course they do.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
better,
The English
more money.
pound.
But
So-
that's like when you go to like the weaker countries and they go, "Oh, we'll take dollars."
Yeah.
I bet you
Yeah.
fucking do.
Yeah,
Yeah, because $2 is like twice the price that you're charging.
But
Yeah.
this is it. Like the foreign currency that comes in, like the dollar and the pound. You know, I mean, a few years ago? I mean, the currency in Turkey is taking a nosedive. The economy is just shit. You know, big time.
Yeah, I mean, I got you get 39 point something lira to the pound. When I went out there 5 years ago, it was nearly 60 lira to the pound. So you can see how much
It's taken a nosedive.
Yeah.
The economy's shit. It's just shit. But
Well, that would
anyway.
be better then, though,
No,
back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day,
Yeah,
but
back
it's
in
just
the
got
day.
worse.
Yeah.
Because if it's 60 then and 39 now, I remember the euro used to be
So that
133.
means we're lower.
Yeah, we're lower.
So theirs is higher.
yeah, their economy's gone higher.
Theirs has probably stayed the same, but ours has gone down.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Our pound,
yes,
our
it
pound
has.
isn't as much. It's
No,
not worth as much.
So
No,
you could pay for £5 and get twice as much than you get now if you had £5. If you go, there's £5,
Yeah.
that would only pay for half the drinks. Now I need to put £10 down.
right,
So
yeah.
it's our pound that's weakened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, sorry. Forgive me.
I mean, they might have gone down, but not into the equilibrium that the pound has gone down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're recording. I mean, on a world stage, because a couple of years ago, wasn't it America that put a boycott on anything on them because of a hostage or something?
Right.
Do you remember a few years ago? They had a journalist. That's what it was. They arrested a journalist and wouldn't release him, because there is a bit of a no-no with journalism, and like they clamp it down because they want it state controlled. And these Turkish journalists want the freedom of speech, and it's a dictatorship that what's his name? Erkan, I think it's still him as a prime minister. He's got a clamp on it. So they arrested this American journalist and wouldn't let him go. And it was, I think it was Trump. Yeah, it was Trump in power. Jeez, 4 years ago. Gee, time flies. And Trump said, all right, if you won't let him go, we're going to stop all trade. It just hit him in the pocket. And he was like, yeah, got the Turkish Erdogan was like, yeah, go on then. Yeah, see, who do you think you pushing about? Listen, a week later, they're like, listen, sorry, because America would supply them with a lot of things like weapons, And this is my problem with the Turkish invasion, which I really didn't want to go into, but the part of the rules of war is that you don't supply a country to invade another country. You don't supply weapons to invade another country. You supply weapons to defend itself. Now, Turkey is like probably one of the largest or the third largest army in the world, and America armed them up. Tanks, weapons, all that, to invade little Cyprus. It's like when America invaded Cuba. I mean, the Turks took over Cyprus in a day, like the third of Cyprus in a day, near enough, And, so there's Americans are at fault, but it's now they've got Cyprus is at fault, really, because it's what they call a battleship island. It's so strategically placed in the Mediterranean that really the island is divided in half. In the north, it's the Americans, and in the south, it's the English. Their army bases and so on. But it's a shame, a lot of people lost both, like the Cypriots, both the Turkish and the Greek Cypriots lost a lot in Cyprus. And it's a shame that it hasn't been resolved. Mainland Turkey, they've really stunk the northern part of Cyprus up. The immigrants that they're pouring in there, Turkey, that are pouring into northern Cyprus, has outnumbered the local Turkish Cypriots. So they're forced to work out elsewhere. So a lot of them are coming down south into the Greek section to work. And the Greeks are like, yeah, cool. Even though we're at war, the Greeks are still like, yeah, well, cool, come and work. You know? And it's just like, I don't understand why you hate us. We didn't do you nothing. You know? We didn't do you nothing. But anyway, that's neither here or there. But listen, we're going to be coming to the end in about 4 minutes. And I wanted to bring this up. Have you heard, you know, there's a new movie coming out, which I was surprised when I heard about it. Popeye.
Oh, right.
No.
Okay.
You heard about that?
No.
I remember the last one. Well, that's
That was back in the, you know. I know.
That's a long time ago.
So, how do you remember Popeye looking?
Oh,
Well, like the cartoon.
he had big,
Yeah,
he
well,
used to
yeah.
eat his spinach and his muscles used to go big.
It's his
didn't he?
forearms,
His,
isn't it?
Massive
man.
forearms
Yeah.
with an anchor on
forearms
it.
with an anchor
And,
on
and a
it.
pipe out his mouth and a little hat.
Like
That's
a
it.
sort of like a piratey sort of pirate.
What colour was he?
He was white.
It was a
An olive oil.
white,
and,
yeah, olive.
Yeah,
Olive
olive,
oil.
not-
Yeah, skinny
So-
little thing.
I don't know if it's a rumour or if it's fact. But Will Smith will now be playing the part of Popeye in the up and coming movie.
Eh?
Okay.
Right, that don't work. I didn't think
Look,
it
that's
worked when
it.
he played Aladdin, didn't he? No, not Aladdin. The genie, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a genie.
He was a genie in one of the films, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Aladdin.
No,
It was
It would be Aladdin, yeah.
It would, yeah, Aladdin, yeah.
I was watching. There was a YouTube thing going on. This black guy put out this video about Will Smith being the new Popeye, and he's like, "Man, that's fucking weird, man." You know, it just come up while I was watching shit on YouTube, and it's like, it's weird, man. I remember Popeye. Popeye's white. It's gonna look weird seeing a black man playing Popeye, you know. And I'm like, why? And this is what's happened a lot. They want to convert white, traditionally white playing characters to black actors to play that part as a part of diversity. And that's what it really is. It's like ticking boxes. But mate, why do we do this? Why do we have a woman playing a man's role, a black man playing a white man's role, or a white man playing a black man's role, which has never happened, you know? Why do we do this? To satisfy who? Because, like, the black community, the white community are used to seeing a certain character in a certain color. That's it. It's not about being racist or a certain gender. You know, it's like the Hulk. They brought it out, and it's a woman Hulk. Like this, that stupid program, that woke one that they released, the She-Hulk, was it? Big flop. You know, but they're looking to bring her back into the MCU.
Wasn't there like you got characters in history like the English monarchy, and there's some some series or whatever been played like a
black woman
or a black guy, and it's like there was no way in hell in the 1600s would that have happened.
You know,
that does not happen.
The Earl of whatever, and he's got all them, and it's a black man playing the part.
And it's like, you're on crack, mate, if you think that's what's actually happening. And Popeye, I bet you Will Smith ain't going. It wasn't he like that's how he was, didn't he? He spoke like that.
Exactly.
Will Smith ain't doing that, is he? You're telling me he's going, Popeye, where's my
Olive, no.
Popeye saved me.
I like some spinach.
And he goes, it's not going to work like that, is it?
I don't know.
So he's completely different.
I don't know.
So why not? Why can't they go, let's make a different movie? I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Why can't they make a different movie and Will Smith just be a sailor in that?
With powers.
Right? Because everyone knows Popeye the name, and they might go and see it because it's called Popeye. And you go, I remember Popeye when I was young. I'm going to go and see it.
Saying that, I've got to say, I watched a brilliant film the other day, one of the best ones I've seen for a long time. That was Elvis.
I've seen it. I've not seen it. I've seen it, and I was going to watch it, but I don't know.
Really impressed by it.
Do you want to take this on to another episode?
What, the Elvis?
Well, there's a few more bits. We could. It's coming to an end in 10 seconds. You got one more in you? Or
You
not?
start and then I'll
Okay.
join in.
Elvis.
Yeah? Okay.
I've got to
Ladies
say
and gentlemen,
about
we'll
Elvis.
be right back. Lisa wants to talk about